Good morning, students. Once again, I welcome you all in this online class of science. Students, in our previous classes, we have discussed about heat, temperature, the effects of heat, as well as the types of thermometer, the clinical, laboratory, and the digital one. So, students, in continuity, now we'll start with the topic transfer of heat. Yes, heat flows, we have discussed in the first lesson, heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body at a comparatively lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. We have discussed this in the first class of this chapter, right? That is the characteristic of heat. Now this transfer of heat is happening in three ways. These three methods or ways are conduction, convection and radiation. Now we will discuss all these three one by one, but in all these three we will see the transferring of heat, that is also from the higher temperature to lower temperature. So starting with the first one, that is conduction. It is the process by which heat is transferred in solids from hotter end to the cooler end. So mainly conduction is happening in the solids from hotter end to the cooler end. I will give you the examples. The very common example I will be discussing with you, that is from the real life, that if you keep a spoon in a hot cup of coffee, after some time you will see the spoon also becomes hot, right? That is due to the conduction, that is the heat is transferred to the from this solid, from this cup to the spoon, right? Now here an activity is there. You must have heard about this activity and we will do this in lab. We take an iron or aluminium rod or strip and we fix a few wax pieces at equal distances. Now we clamp the rod to a stand and heat the other end of the rod. See the figure, students. We heat the other end of the rod and the wax pieces, these wax pieces, they begin to melt and fall down from the heated end. This shows that heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end by the conduction. So this is the activity. If I ask you to prove conduction in solids, you can give me this example activity. Now some characteristics, that is, of conduction. First is the transfer of heat through direct contact. Yes, in conduction there is direct contact of the two things where the heat is transferred. Then it occurs anytime objects at different temperatures are touching each other. Anytime, fine. When they touch each other, means contact is a condition. As long as the objects are in contact, transfer of heat will continue until the temperature of the objects is the same. I told you previously also, until the temperature becomes same, the heat is being transferred. Now example, already I have given you this example, that if we keep a metal spoon in a pan of soup that you are heating on the stove, it may burn your fingers. The spoon is in direct contact with the hot soup and heat is transferred to the spoon. Okay, that's why when mama cooks, she used to keep that ladle or spoon outside that cooking vessel, right? Even I used to do that because it becomes hot due to the conduction. Okay, students. Now we have one more concept here related to conduction, that is conductors and insulators. We have discussed about this in our previous class also. Conductors are those materials which allow heat to pass through them easily. Yes, and very common examples, all the metal ones, iron, aluminium, copper, etc. etc. And on the contrary, insulators are those materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily. Examples, mostly all the non-metals, wood, plastic, glass, rubber, air, water, all these, right? We have discussed this in 6th standard also. So I hope the first method of transfer of heat, that is conduction, is clear to you all, as well as the conductors and insulators concept. So in the next class, we will discuss about convection and the phenomena of sea breeze and land breeze. Okay, students? So till that time, keep going through these topics which you have already covered and keep collecting your doubts. Okay, and keep doing the work also. Till the next time, thank you and have a great day.